This, all right. So turn your cameras on, guys. Let's get active. Like I was saying, my name is Josh Amundson, 28 years old, currently out here in Minnesota, and I just want to welcome you guys to one of the best years of your entire life, right? I don't know what happened in your life in 2025, right? I don't know, who, obviously maybe left your organization. I don't know who wronged you. I don't know who did something bad to you. I don't know all the things that happened in your life. But I'll tell you what, 2025 is in the past. It is done. It's gone, right? So you got to learn right now to forgive and forget, okay? Forgive the people that wronged you and forget about the people that left you behind, right? Because what you're about to do this year is going to freaking change your life. But you got to be the person to decide that, right, guys? So I'm super excited to obviously go over a lot of information tonight, guys. 2026 is going to be a massive, massive year, guys. I'm talking about 1,000 diamonds and above inside of Akashex. I'm talking about $500 million in sales going to come through this year, 250,000 customers. It is going to be a massive, massive year. Okay. So I'm really excited to be a part of it with you, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that don't know who I am, I got started in the industry in 2019. Okay. I got started in 2019. I originally saw the opportunity and I said no. I was like, I don't need to do that, trading, team building, I don't need that in my life, right? But I went over to my business partner's house who's on this call, and he was actually already a part of it. I was like, there's no way, man. We've been best friends for like 2 years, and you're doing this thing, and I don't even know. And I had a couple $100, guys, so I got started. Okay, I got started in this business, and I've been doing it full time for 7 years now. My last job was 2018. I was working at Pepsi. When I was younger, I used to cut metal, scrape metal, cut apart machines. I used to paint houses, clean cars. I worked at Pepsi. I did a lot of different jobs, right? Like I'm sure a lot of you have, but this industry single-handedly saved my life, guys. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was searching the internet. I was listening to Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, all these people. They're all talking about all these businesses, and I found the world of trading and investing. Right, I found the world of network marketing, guys, and it changed my entire life. Now, over the 7 years, right, I've been able to meet thousands and thousands of beautiful people all over the entire world, guys. It's allowed me to travel to over 20 countries around the world and actually see what the planet's like, meet different people. Okay, so this is going to be a phenomenal, phenomenal year for those of you that are locked in and consistent. Okay. I mean, just talking about 2025 real quick, guys, before I pass it to my business partner. Okay. We are going to take up this whole entire hour, but we're going to make it value packed. For those of you that actually take notes, you're going to walk away with uncashed checks. Okay. Notes are your uncashed checks, right? When you take notes, you can go cash those when you start using it in the real world. So listen, if you're not a note taker, you're not a money maker, guys. You got to have a notebook out, pen in the hand, and write this stuff down, right? Because it's not about what you can learn. It's about what you can teach other people. Because what you can teach other people creates duplication, and that's how you're going to go win big inside of this business, right? We had some of the best trading results in the entire industry inside of Akashex. Guys, there are other companies out there, right? My first company 7 years ago, that was a different company. I wish that this was my first ever company I ever landed in. If this is the first ever trading company that you've been a part of, I don't know how you did it, but you got really lucky, okay? That doesn't mean you're going to get rich in 30 days. That's not what I'm saying, right? But this is the highest quality trading services you can possibly get in this industry. I'm talking about live trading sessions. If you're not dialed in with Preston Gomez on his 8:15 a.m. Central Time live trading sessions, you are missing out on the bag every single morning, Monday through Friday. Okay. There are other trading sessions. There are other educators, right? I'm just telling you, Preston Gomez, if you guys have the chance to hop on and trade US 30 with him in the morning, do it, man. It is a crazy, crazy environment. FX Edge on Tap to Trade, absolutely killing the tap to trades, guys. He has a 70% success rate just from you clicking a button. It's absolutely crazy, right? Obviously, we have tons of other educators, guys. There's so many new tools and resources coming out. We have trade journals that are in the back office. Keep track of your trades, right? We have obviously AI. You can literally ask the AI in the Akashic's back office, how can I improve my trading? It'll tell you exactly what you got to do. What's a good risk management plan? You can literally ask it stuff. So I'll tell you what, guys, we are prepped and prepared to go to 250,000 customers this year. It's going to be absolutely insane, guys. There are leaders from all over the industry that are joining this company right now, leaders that were in other trading companies because they don't have good results. They don't have good trading. They don't have good educators. They are flocking here like crazy, guys. So I'm just excited that we're all in the same spot, same place, same time, same company, same leadership, same comp plan, same markets, and we are going to crush it this year. Okay. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, not just the trading side, there are tons of new ranks that pop this year, guys. I'm talking so many six-figure earners and seven-figure earners popped inside of the compensation plan this year, guys. Just the other day, literally just the other day, I know Coach Cowden's on the call. Guys, so many new blue diamonds and diamond ranks just popped literally yesterday. The company is in massive, massive momentum, guys. And when momentum is happening, that's when you double down. When momentum is here, you go even harder than you were before, guys, and you ride the wave. It's absolutely crazy, okay? So I'm excited for this call, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, you have a notebook out. We are going to transition and we're going to get into it. The title of this call, guys, is How to Transform Your Entire Life in 2026. Okay. I'm talking anywhere from spiritual to distractions to your life, to your trading, to your business, to everything to do with what this year is going to look like. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to pass it over to my business partner, one of my best friends, guys. I met him out in college. I remember we were 18 years old. We saw each other in the cafeteria. And we were like, what's up? And that was it. Right. But little did we know God's plan. Little did we know the universe's plan, right? Around 20 years old, 19 years old, him and I decided to become more close in college, guys. He found out I had a cryptocurrency club in college, right? I was the president of the cryptocurrency club. I found out that he was doing door-to-door sales. He was hustling, and we're both looking for an opportunity and a track to run on, guys. And we became friends. We had like-minded business thoughts. And literally, guys, we partnered up, and I've watched this individual change thousands of people's lives. The cool thing about him is he doesn't sugarcoat shit. He doesn't. He tells you exactly how it is. And that was one of the cool things for me because, sometimes I catch myself sugarcoating, man. I'm not telling you like how raw and real you got to get with your life. So he's helped thousands of people, guys. He's held trading sessions in front of thousands of people. He's one of the best mentors to ever do it. And he's here inside of Akashex with all of us to help us in 2026. Okay. So, guys, I want you to blow the chat up, drop ones in the chat for my best friend, mentor, business partner, Jay Patnode, baby. Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I am pumped up, guys. I am excited. I appreciate it, Josh. It's crazy, man. I was thinking to myself, I'm like 2026. We really have been doing this for a long time, right? Six. I think we're maybe this is six, maybe this is going on seven, something like that. We always thought it was more than what it was until we looked up. But the cool thing is when you are in this type of industry, when you're in this business, you get to meet some of the coolest people. And I just happen to be blessed because I get to do it with my best friend, right? I get to do it with my brother, and I'm forever grateful. And I'm just excited because I know 2026 is going to be the year where we change even more lives. And better yet, people are going to change their own lives. And that's what we're just here for, right? We're here to be mentors. We're here to give you guys guidance. But at the end of the day, you guys got to put the work in. We can give you guys the blueprint, and we just can't give you guys the desire. Do you want it, right? And so I'm excited. I'm excited to give you guys some value. Every single year we start off like we've been doing this for years, right? We do this every single Tuesday, but the beginning of the year is always so special. The first one of the year is always so exciting for me because I know people are abnormally more hungry than usual, right? Like they're excited to see what 2026 can bring for them. And when they get to hear maybe some of this information, maybe you don't really resonate with any of it, but there's one thing that you take from a call like this and it changes your entire mindset. That was something that happened to me, right? I was listening to a call and I remember it like it was yesterday. He got to talking about, and I'm not going to talk about in this call, but he got to talk about the difference between motivation and dedication and about how, motivation is just a feeling, it's an emotion, and emotions don't last, right? And he said, if you want to win in this world, you have to be dedicated. And it stuck with me for years. And from that moment, every day when I woke up and didn't feel like doing it, I did it. When I didn't feel like getting on the charts, I did it. When I didn't feel like calling my leaders, I did it. When I didn't feel like hopping on calls, I did it. And so it changed my perspective. So I hope you guys get some value from this. And I hope this is the year that changes everything for you because this will be the greatest year in your entire life if you allow it. If you allow it, right? There's been so many things put in place with this company, with this group, with the leadership here of people coming, people leaving, but now we have the right everything. It's the right time, the right place with the right people, and I'm so excited. I just posted my story. I'm excited for this call, but I'm more excited to see who changes their life this year. Who quits their job and goes full time? Who goes ahead and turns into a six-figure earner? Who goes ahead and just reaches heights that maybe they could have hit before? And that's what this is all about, is being able to dream massive again. And so, like I said, if you allow it, this will be the best year of your entire life. And so, the first thing I want to do, because I'm gonna give you guys a blueprint, but I want to tell you guys a little story. You know, that happened to me years ago, and it didn't necessarily resonate with me until a few years ago, but it happened to me back like I was probably like 17, 18, but I ran a 5K, right? Like I ran a 5K. If you guys know, if anybody that knows me, I'm not a runner, right? I don't do that out of fun, right? That's not my excitement, is to go running. But I was with a buddy, and his whole family always did something like that. And so, I said, I'm a person that just likes to try things. I'll try a majority of things in this world just to try it out, right? Because I want to have life experiences. And so we run this 5K and we get done with, the run. And if anybody's ever been to a 5K or a marathon, there's always a line of sponsors next to it, right? There's different, people that sponsor the race. They're giving out free stuff. And in this particular day, there was a line for Chipotle. And for me personally, anybody that knows me, you can ask anybody that I'm close with, anybody even on the team that's been here for a while, they know I love Chipotle. And so they're giving out free Chipotle cards, right? And I was like, oh, this is exactly what I want after this. Like, I probably eat it at least 3 times a week. And so I tell my buddy, let's go. And we go over there, but the line is massive. And he tells me, he's like, the line's too long. I don't want to go. And I'm like, well, I want to go, right? Like, let's just go through it. He's like, nah, the line's too long. I'm like, bro, it's free Chipotle, right? It's free Chipotle. And at 17, 18, I didn't really have enough money to eat it 3 times a week, right? And I'm like, it's free Chipotle. He's like, nah, the line is just too long. And so I said, free Chipotle. And you know what I did? I waited in that line and I got it and I grabbed it. And I'll tell you guys, the moral of the story is, all he could see was the line. All I could see was the Chipotle. And what does that mean? It's all he could see was the thing that was preventing him getting what he wanted, and all I could see is what I wanted. And that's what I want you guys to look at this year. Instead of asking and saying, I can't do something, or that's not possible, ask, how can you do something? Are you going to be the person that looks at the line, that looks at the work and says, oh man, I want to get to Blue Diamond. It's so far ahead of me. I want to make six figures. I want to make an impact. But it's so far ahead of me. I have such a long way to go. Or are you going to be the person that just looks directly at it and goes? You don't see the line. That has to be the mentality of 2026. You have to only see your goals. You have to only see your goals. See, you don't have to see the path to start walking. As long as you believe that these steps are going to get you to where you need to go, that is fine enough. Because I promise you, when we first started in this industry, we had no idea how we were going to do it. We were what they called ignorance on fire. We just were excited, and all we knew was that we had a goal in mind, and we just ran towards it, right? Not too much structure to it, right? We took out a phone, started messaging people, posting, doing everything we possibly could, right? Blind faith, I just saw in the chat. Yes, bro, blind faith, right? And that's exactly what it is. You have to believe that this is going to get you to where you want to be. You have to believe that you are worthy, that you can have the success in 2026, because I promise you, if you don't believe, you will not accomplish the goal. And that's just me being super honest with you. Like Josh said, I'm blunt. If you don't believe, your success level will never, ever be higher than your belief level. Never in your life. And so it starts first off with believing. 2026 is the year that you can do anything in this world. There are people on their phones making millions and millions of dollars. There's people that are clicking buttons, making trades, and making $20,000 in one sitting. There are people that own online businesses that have residual income in our company that are making 10, 25, 50, $100,000 a month in this industry. And if you talk to them, if you ask any of them, they'll tell you they're not special. I mean, a lot of them you can look and they're just like goofballs, right? Like they're just, that's what they are. But the thing is, they're crazy enough to believe that they could have massive, massive success. And so 2026, right? That's the theme of this all is this new year. Why now? Like, why is now the time to have the most massive success? Like, why is it's now the time to go after everything you've ever believed in, everything, all of your hopes and dreams. Why now? Like, why specifically now? And I want you guys, if you don't have a notebook out, I want you to take it out. You've already, started off a little behind, but it's a proven fact that you won't retain, or you only retain 5 to 10% of the information if you don't write it down. And if you want to become a leader, you not only have to learn, right? You not only have to learn, but you have to learn as if you were going to teach this. If I told you, hey, I will go ahead and give you $10,000 this month if you can, pretty much take everything I said and recite it back to somebody or give that same training back to somebody, you'd probably be dialing on the notes. Well, that's exactly how it was. We used to sit there and learn, take notes, study it, and then teach it back to people, even when we had no people on our team, because we knew one day we would. There's things that we've learned that, things I'm talking about that were from 7 years ago that still stand true, but it's because I learned it back then. And so back to it, but why now, right? Why now? And I'll be honest, we were lied to, right? We were lied to growing up. And I believe it's the biggest lie ever told in the entire world. Does anybody know what it is? What do you think the biggest lie ever told to us in the world is? As we're growing up, we all hear this, especially when you're young. Nope, nope, close though. Nope, money gives and growing cheese. Those are all good ones. College, Zay just said it. You got time. You got time. How many people put a one in the chat? Have you ever heard you got time? When you're young, like when you're 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, you got time. You got time. You can still figure it out, right? And I want you guys to know time is our greatest, asset. It's our greatest currency, but it's our scarcest resource. So you can spend time, but you can't save time. You can't get time back. You can't make more of it, right? You can't make more of it. So the best time is right now. And it doesn't matter what age you are, but it's always today, because I can promise you, when I first started this industry, I was 21, 22 years old. I'm 28 now. And, I blinked and I was 28, but I even looked before that, right? I even looked before that. When I was 14, I blinked and I was 18. I graduated. I was 18. I went off to college. I blinked. I was 22. And I blinked and I'm going to blink and I will be 30 tomorrow. I'm going to blink. I'm going to be 50. Time is going to pass regardless, guys. It's what you do with this. So the best time to start working on your goals, dreams, and ambitions is right now. And what better time than 2026? And so I want to give you guys some steps to write down on how to win big in 2026. I'm going to give you guys some different steps. There'll be about 4 of them. And the very first one is you got to get bold. I want you to put this on there. I want you to put on your paper, get bold. Get bold. Got to get bold. And I'm going to give you guys some like ways to get bold. When it comes to being bold, right? One of the very first things is you got to get loud. And what do I mean by get bold? You got to do things that you never thought you could do just to do it. Because I promise you, the more and more you do it, it gets easier. But when you get loud, I have a question. If I ask everybody on this call right now, does everybody in your network know that you do this? Does everybody in your network know you're a trader or you build an online business or that you're in this thing? And you'll notice the people that say yes are usually the people that are having the most success, or the people that will have the most success. See, how can you be someone that people want to come to when they want to build an income, right? When they want to be the one that's looking for help, that's looking for a life-changing opportunity, if they don't even know you do this. Instead, they'll go with some random person. I remember I used to tell people all the time, if you don't tell your people, I will, because I promise you I'll find them at some point in time. And there's been so many times within my career that I've signed up somebody that they're closer with somebody on my team, and they're like, "Can you give me the sign up?" No, get off your ass. Let's be honest here. Go do something. Why is it that I found them before you found them? So you got to get bold, guys. And how can you get bold? Well, the very first step is I want you guys to find a mentor. I want you guys to find a mentor. This year, you need to find someone that you're going to, let's say, model your game after. You don't have to copy them word for word, but in all reality, you should. You can add your own spice, your own flavor to it, but you do what they do, you say what they say, you can have what they have. If you act how they act, you can have what they have. Because success leaves clues. There is a blueprint to success, and any person that's ever had any level of success, you can see it, right? You can see it by how they talk, how they walk, how they act. You can see it in their energy. Success leaves clues. So I want you guys to find a mentor. I want you to write this underneath this. The law of 33. And this has to be your minimum. This year, I want at least 33% of your time spent with someone that is, I want you to be 33% of your time. It has to be spent with someone that is more successful than you, or a mentor, someone that can elevate your frequency, at least. At least. Because this year it's about cutting out the dead weight, doing things that serve you, doing things that serve your purpose, doing things that are going to help you and the people around you elevate. So the law of 30D, 33% of your time needs to be spent with someone that is on a higher frequency or making more money or at a higher level or a higher income rank or higher trading knowledge, whatever it may be, 33% of your time at least. Because when you hang out with people and you spend time around people that are on a higher frequency, just by the law of nature, yours gradually rises too. Have you guys ever hung out with someone that was just negative, pessimistic, right? Super pessimistic, just always talking about how this thing sucks and this won't work and yada yada. And don't you just feel innately just like, ugh, like you feel lower frequency, you feel tired, you feel drained when you're in that predicament. But it's the same thing with success. When you're around someone that is positive, that has high levels of energy, that is always grinding towards something, in return, yours begins to rise as well. And I'll give you guys, if you've never heard this before, if you're brand new on this call, if you're brand new into this industry, we talk about, the law of averages. You are the average of the five friends you spend the most time with. And if all of your closest five friends or the people you spend the most time with, they all smoke, you're probably a smoker. If they all drink, you're probably a drinker. If they all play video games, you probably play video games. Growing up, if all of your close friends were athletes, you were probably an athlete. If all of your close friends are broke, you're probably broke. But if all of your close friends are hungry, are working towards a goal, are winning, you're probably going to be winning or successful as well. And so find a mentor. Number two, learn how to speak/communicate. Learn how to speak/communicate. And yes, I mean talking, right? And public speaking. And I know that frightens some of you guys, but more so communicating and speaking with people, being able to articulate your goals, your dreams, your vision with this, how Akashics works, how like why they should do this, and also communicating effectively, not even just verbally, but through social media, being able to paint a clear picture for people. And yes, public speaking would be great as well, right? And I know that's the number one fear in the entire world is public speaking, but that's also why public speakers are one of the most highest paid professions. I remember my grandpa told me when I was a kid, he said, if you can learn how to speak in public, you can be very wealthy. I didn't really understand it at the time, but we were talking about this Christmas. So I was like, you're damn right. You're damn right. It's definitely a true thing. And it's okay to be afraid, but fear is just an emotion. You know what fear stands for? It stands for false evidence appearing real, or face everything and rise. Majority of our fears never come actually true. And so understand that right after fear, right after uncomfortability, is all of your wildest dreams, all of your wild successes, the life that you want within the world. And so, number three, get involved. Guys, you got to get involved. I'm saying the chats, right? In the group chats, asking questions, sending positivity, saying good morning on the calls. You know how many people could have been on this call today that weren't? I wonder how their 2026 is going to go. Be on the calls. For us personally, I know with our group, we go ahead and do every single Tuesday and every single Saturday. Every single Tuesday, we call it our business hours. Every single Tuesday, we do a call like these where you get to hear from, myself or Josh or other mentors or other people within the company. And then on Saturdays, we do half trading, half business building training, for 2 hours long. And then on Mondays, when you hit the founder rank, you get to be a part of our founder and above calls where we talk more about high level leadership stuff and, elevating from there. So get involved. Get involved with everything that Akashics has to offer. Why aren't you on the trade sessions at least 3, 4, 5 days a week? Why aren't you utilizing the products and services? Why not? Right? You are here for a reason. So get involved. And number four is just do it. This year, I promise you, you will be rewarded by just doing the work. You'll get to hear stuff from me. You'll get to hear stuff from Josh, and he'll give you a lot of great stuff. But at the end of the day, it will not matter if you don't do it. One of my favorite sayings of all times is knowledge isn't power. Because obviously everybody here has heard that phrase before, right? Put a one in the chat if you've heard the phrase knowledge is power before, which I'm assuming 99.9% of people have heard the phrase knowledge is power. And I used to believe that. I was a student and a scholar, and I love knowledge and obtaining knowledge and da 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 da. But I realized knowledge wasn't power, because to know and to not do is the same as not knowing at all. So applied knowledge is power. You can have every roadmap, every game plan, every way possible to win. But if you don't take the action, it is nothing. It is nothing, right? It doesn't even matter. I remember I went on a radio show or yeah, there was a radio show and I said that exact same line. They're like, man, it's crazy because it's true. It is absolutely true. So this year you need to just do it. Focus on the action. Get your game plan down and then just run. And if you don't know all the answers, that is okay because at the end of the day, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. I heard that my first week in this industry, and that's why we started running like chickens with our head cut off. And so, all right, so number two on how we can make this the best year ever is keep a positive mental attitude. And I wish you guys understood the power of positivity. The power of positivity is absolutely insane. Do you like what I talked about earlier? When you just been and you've been around pessimistic or negative people, you don't really want to be around them, but positive people, people that vibrate at a high frequency, you want to be in their vicinity. You want to just be closer to them naturally. And that is the exact same thing as a leader. If you want to become a great leader in 2026, you got to have a positive mental attitude. There's no two ways about it. If somebody comes to you and it's always negative, you think they're going to want to join your business? You think they're going to want to follow you? They think you're going to be the one that can get them from A to Z? No, right? And so a positive mental attitude, I promise you, the power of positivity will change your entire life. And that's not even just to the public, but to yourself. What is your inner self talk like this year? What is your inner self talk? Is it, ah, man, I'm so bad at this? Or is it, I'm going to get better? I can do this. It just takes time. Is it, I don't think they'd want to join my business? Or is it, they'll join my business if it's not now, it's next week, and if it's not next week, it's next month, and it's not next month, it's next year. I can promise you, every person you ever talked to in this industry, it's a not now. Every person I've ever spoke to with that was in my immediate network at some point clicked the sign up button. Did they do anything? No, maybe not always, right? But they did because persistence is key. And then number three, guys, number three on how to crush 2026, you got to master these four skills. And they're the four skills of network marketing. What are the four skills that revolve around in network marketing? The number one is leadership. And now leadership isn't just leading a group of people, it's also leading yourself. Leadership, people, you don't know why people follow people in this world? People follow people who are excited and know exactly where they're going. When we first got started in this industry, we had no idea what we were really doing, but they could hear the passion in our voice. They could hear the excitement. I remember my roommate in college. I had just seen him a few months ago. He was passing through to go to a flight to one of our good friends' baby showers that I couldn't go because I had to go to an event. Sacrifices, right? And we're at lunch or we're at dinner and we're talking, and I just asked him. I said, "Did you ever when we were younger, like when I was first starting this, did you ever think?" That it would be what it would be. Do you ever think I'd be still doing this 7 years later and, been able to travel to over 20 countries and help people and stuff like that? And he said, I really did. And I was like, why is that? He said, because you were excited. Like I could see it in your eyes that you weren't going to let this be something that you fail at. And then right there, it just reinforced my mindset after all these years of people follow people who are excited and know exactly where they're going. People will believe in you, and if they have belief in you, they will follow you. So, number one is leadership, right? Leading others, also leading yourself every single day. Number two is communication. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but you need to be able to communicate the opportunity effectively. There's a reason why we say take notes so you can communicate the skills effectively to someone, right? So you can communicate how to the setup process, the sign up process, the way to build. Where are you being able to communicate effectively? Number three is mindset slash belief. Mindset slash belief. These are the four skills you need to master in network marketing. Mindset slash belief. I talked a little bit about positivity. I talked a little bit about belief and how your success level will never be higher than your belief level. And you want to know how you can increase your belief and your mindset? Surround yourself constantly with winning and positive thoughts. Be around people that are building the business. Be around the people that are chasing goals, dreams, and ambitions. I remember for years, and even still to this day, but we'd always write whatever our goals were, whatever our words of affirmations were, and we put them up on the wall. We put them up on a whiteboard. They'd be in the bathroom, they'd be on my door, they'd be on my refrigerator, they'd be on the steering wheel of my car. They would be everywhere because I wanted that to be there. I wanted to believe. I wanted to think about it when I slept. If you haven't dreamt about this business before, I promise you, you're not surrounded enough in this. How many people have dreamt and dreamt about this business? Put a five in the chat. If you've ever dreamt about the business in your sleep, it's insane. Actually, the first time it ever happens, it's a little freaky, but right. Dream about the business, becoming obsessed with it. And number four, guys, number four is the skill of network marketing. And what is that? Number four is IPET: invite, present, enroll, train. Those are the skills. This is what you get paid for in network marketing: inviting, presenting, enrolling, and training. And you want to master those in that order. You want to master the invite. Once you get good at showing the opportunity, you want to start presenting the opportunity yourself. Anybody know why? Because the person with the clicker gets paid quicker. It's usually the people that are in the front of the room that gets paid the most, right? Or the person that's in the front of the screen. They usually get paid the most, right? So you want to become a master presenter. After that, you want to become a master enroller. And what does that mean? Well, yes, it means, closing a person, getting them to sign up, but it also means setting them up properly, giving them the proper expectations, letting them know the things that they need to know in order to have success on their journey. People think once they get a sign up that it's done. People celebrate. People are, let's go. I'm fired up. I got a sign up. Man, the journey has just started. The journey has just started. Don't celebrate touchdown and a first down. So you need to know how to properly give people the tools that they need to have success. Whatever your onboarding system is as a leader, that's what you use, obviously. And number T is the last one is training, right? Training, IPET. Now, can you train people how to do those exact 3 steps over and over and over again? If you can master all 4 of those steps, you will not only have a successful business, but you will also have freedom, because you have so many people doing the things that maybe you used to be the sole one doing, going over and over and over again. And that's how you have true success and true freedom, is building leaders within this industry. And so before I pass it to the next speaker, I want to give you guys something that I heard years and years ago, and it really has always stayed tried and true. Is your life can change in 1 year. And I want you to put this down. Your life can change in 1 year. And you've probably maybe heard that before. It's actually from the first time I ever heard. I was a young guy, and it's from one of my favorite songs. It was like, "Keep grinding, boy. Your life can change in 1 year." And I just think about it. 1 year of hard work, what it actually can do. I mean, Josh and I's life changed in 1 year. After our first year in the industry, you know, built a good sized team. It all fell to zero. Oh, what do we do? What do we do? And then within that year, boom, had our first 6-figure year, because we grinded 1 year of hard, all out dedication, all out work. I know there's a lot of people on my team. You ask Cade, Carson, Tippa, where were they at a year ago in the rankings, right? Pretty sure my man Carson was a platinum. Pretty sure my man Cade was like a sapphire. And now they're diamonds and blue diamonds. 1 year, guys. Tippa, ask him. The first time he ever went to an event after years of being in the business, but then decided to go to an event. What happened that whole next year? Hit the blue diamond rank, right? 1 year, guys, and allow this to be your year. And I promise you, you will have massive, massive success. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass it back over to my business partner. But, you guys heard from the beginning, but I want you guys to know something. This is a guy that has consumed more knowledge in this industry than anybody I know. He's a master trainer, a master teacher, but also a servant leader. He is willing to do whatever it takes to help people have success. You just got to be willing to do it. And he gives people a lot more leeway than I do. I'll tell you that one for sure. But he is someone that has helped tens of thousands of people all around the world, created multiple 6-figure earners, created multiple people be job free within this industry. And so if you haven't heard or taken in any of the things that I've said, if you haven't taken any notes, I not only implore you, but I command you, God damn it, you got to take some notes on this next guy, because he's an absolute beast. And he is my brother, best friend, business partner, and mentor as well. Josh, go ahead and kill it. Let's crush the rest of 2026, guys.
Hey, my man, guys, drop some sevens in the chat for Jay Patnode, baby. Come on, blow that chat up. Absolutely beautiful, guys. I love what he was talking about, even right away, where he was like, dude, get bold. You know what I mean? Get loud. That was one of the first things we heard in this industry is our mentors were like, how loud are you really being? And we're like, dude, we're telling everyone. And he gave us the analogy. He's like, does everyone in your life know that you do this business? If not, you're being too quiet. Right. And so I love that, man. And, obviously, guys, he was just breaking down steps on how to go crush it at a super, super high level. And so if you ever get the chance to work with Jay, I'll tell you what, be on time to the call. Be on time to the call. All right. That's my advice for you. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and keep going. Hopefully you gain some value on this call. Hopefully you're taking notes, right? These calls, listen, man, to come on these calls and get a quick boost of motivation is not going to help you in 2026. You got to retain the information by writing it down so you can use it throughout the years, guys. How do you think me and Jay were able to remember all the things that we teach about and train about? It's because we wrote it down. Right? It's because we actually, tracked it. We put it in our notebooks, we wrote it down with pen, and we were able to help people down the line. Okay. Now, obviously, guys, I was talking about in the beginning of this call. This year is about, you got to forgive and forget, right? We talked about the goals, guys, 1,000 diamonds. It's already done inside this business. There's so much room for growth for everyone inside this company, guys, because guess what? The company's going to 100x, right? So there's so much room for growth, guys. But 2026, listen, man, 2026 is about increasing your belief. Okay. It's increasing your belief and eliminating limiting beliefs. Okay. 2026 is about increasing your belief and eliminating limiting beliefs. Okay. Guys, listen, if freedom is on your mind, you must let go of all the limiting beliefs you have. Right? Oh, I don't look like this, so I can't have that type of success. Oh, I'm not this age, so I can't have this type of success. Oh, I'm not, I wasn't good in school or I didn't have education. Guys, you have to eliminate all of these. Okay. If you want to have success, if freedom's on your mind, you have to. You got to get rid of these limiting beliefs in your head. The average human has 60,000 negative thoughts a day. 60,000 negative thoughts a day, the average human has. Right? Most humans, when they're waking up, guys, the first thing they think about is negative. Oh, I got to go to work. Oh, I got to get up. Oh, I got to go do this. Right? They're not waking up and getting into gratitude, being grateful they woke up. Right? But guys, I want you to put this in perspective, right? This is a year where we got to remove limiting beliefs. So many people in even the United States have limiting beliefs. Think about this. If 90% of Americans went without income for 90 days, 90% of them would have to file for bankruptcy. If 90% of Americans went without income for 90 days, 90% of them would have to file for bankruptcy. Okay. Guys, you got to feed your mind positivity. You got to understand that this is an opportunity for for you to change your life, right? There's a quote my mentor used to say to me, the mind is what the mind is fed. Okay, the mind is what the mind is fed. You got to be feeding yourself positivity, hanging around people that are talking about goals, dreams, ambitions, hustle, mindset. You don't hang around people who have limiting beliefs, or you'll be the average of those people, right? Everything is first created in the mind. Okay, the mind is the most important aspect in this whole journey. Success, guys, is 90% spiritual. Okay, it is 90% spiritual and 10% physical. Right? What are we really doing here? We're clicking buttons on a screen. We're talking to people. This is not physically demanding as a business. Those of you that have worked blue collar, you know what I'm talking about. This is a mental game. Why do you think so many people, come in and they expect to get rich in 30 days and then they end up giving up, right? It's because they don't have a strong mental. Okay. So super, super important, guys. But I want you to write this down. Okay. This is the 4 W's. All right. Number one, you got to write this stuff down too, because these are questions that you got to answer to yourself. Okay. What do you want? Okay. You got to get clear. What do you want? Right? What do you want out of this opportunity? What do you desire? Okay. What you got to get clear with what it is that you want out of this opportunity. Not what your upline wants, not what your mentor wants. What do you want in this opportunity? You got to write this stuff down, guys. Okay. Maybe not right now, but you got to write it down. Number two, the second W is, who do I want to help this year? Who in your life do you want to help this year? Right? Do you want to help people on your team? Are you trying to help people in your family? Are you trying to help your friends? Who do you want to help this year? Okay. The third W is where do I want to be December 31st, 2026? What do you want to do this year, guys? Where do you want to be? Do you want to invest in your health? Do you want to obviously stack, your bank account? Where do you want to live? Time is fast. You got to write this stuff down, right? And the fourth W is, why is success vital? Super important. Why is success vital to me? Okay. Success is everything in our life, guys. It's everything. I'm talking like relationships. Success is health. Success is finance. Success is friends, right? Why is success vital? Okay. Why does it have to happen? Why does success have to happen to you? Okay. You have to want the success so bad that it hurts. You got to want the success so bad that it's hard to breathe. You know what I mean? That's how obsessed you got to be with these W's, guys. Okay. So I want you to write this down. Number two is goal. Okay. Goal stands for go out and live. Okay. Go out and live. You set a goal for yourself, right? And what I'm going to talk about right now is 6 steps to proper goal setting. Okay. If you want to go out and win this year, you got to know how to actually make goals. You got to know how to go crush them. You got to know how to dominate them. Right. So 6 steps to proper goal setting, proper goal achievement. Okay. Step number 1, guys, is write it down. Okay. Step number 1 is write your goal down, journal it, put it on a piece of paper. Okay. Don't just type your goal in your notes on your iPhone or your Android. You got to write your goal out with pen and paper. Okay. And then you got to keep that goal with you. Keep your goal close. Okay. So write it down and keep it close to you, right? Guys, I have goals all over my desk right here. I have goals on my whiteboard. I have goals all around me that I'm seeing all the time. Keep your goals close to you. So write them down and keep them close. Okay. Step number 2, guys, to proper goal achievement is you need to have a date of completion. Okay, you got to have a date of completion. You guys know the saying, right? A goal without a date is just a dream. You need to have a date of completion next to these goals that you have, right? For an example, I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning $10,000 a month by December 31st, 2025. Thank you, God, it's already done. I am so happy and grateful now that I'm a profitable trader by December 31st, 2025 or 2026. Thank you, God, it's already done, right? You got to have a goal with a date of completion. Okay. Now, the third thing, guys, in proper goal setting, which is really important, is you need to list the obstacles that are going to be in your way in 2026. This is serious, guys. I'm telling you, like this, if you want to change your life, you got to go to war with all these different 6 steps, right? List the possible obstacles in your way from achieving your goal. Okay, one of the things my mentor used to say is every single decision you make, Josh, ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to my goal or putting me further away? He said everything you do, all the people you're going to hang out with, all the events you're going to do, all the decisions you're making, are you getting closer to your goal because of your decision or further away? He said, ask yourself this constantly throughout the day. Is this helping me get closer to my goal? Right? But you got to list your distractions out, guys. And the reality is you already know what your distractions are. But are you real enough about your goals to be honest about what they are? Is it the game, Xbox, PlayStation, computer games? Do you binge watch Netflix way too much? Do you doom scroll on social media? Are you wasting time with friends that don't have goals and ambitions? Are you smoking pot too much? Are you drinking too much? Are you going out and partying too much? You got to list your distractions on paper and go to war with them. Okay, because guess what? Everything you want in life, that's what's blocking it. Everything you want in life, those distractions are what is preventing you. And guess what, guys? Listen, my mentor told me this. When I was making $1,000 a month, this is about like 6 years ago or so when I was in the industry, he was like, how bad do you want to win? And I was like, I'm willing to do anything, right? And he goes, take your TV out of your room till you hit $10,000 a month. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. And I did it. I took my TV out of my room, threw it in a different room, threw it in a closet, and I did not put that puppy back into my room till I was clearing over $10,000 a month. You guys can ask Jay this, right? This is a real thing because he said, how bad do you want it? What are your distractions? My TV was a distraction for me. Okay, so you got to list your distractions out, right? Fantasy football. Do you golf too much? Are you playing pickleball 8 out of 7 days a week, right? Like you got to list your distractions out, okay? And understand that we need to make money this year. Okay, that's got to be a mindset for you. We got to make money this year, not just you, but your team as well. We got to make money, right? Being broke does not make anyone happy. Okay, I'm just being real with you guys. Money's not the most important thing in the world, but it's right up there with oxygen. Okay, you need it to have your kids go to a good school, be able to, help for your family with medical stuff, be able to, provide. You got to have money, right? It's not everything, but it's right up there with oxygen, guys. Okay. Here's another thing, distractions. Who's negative in your life? Okay, I want you to list those people out. Who's constantly complaining, constantly talking shit about other people, excuse my language, constantly, shooting down ideas, not optimistic, always pessimistic. Who are those people in your life? Those are your distractions, man, from getting to where you want to go. I'm sorry, but guess what? Is your success more important or hanging on to your buddy from second grade that's not going anywhere? Okay, that's just the reality of it, guys. This is your life. I believe in loyalty, but I also believe in this is your life, right? Do you want to be loyal to people that are going to hold you down and be an anchor, or do you want to be loyal to yourself? This is your life. You get one life, guys, and this is going to be a crazy year, okay? 2026 is the year for getting it done. Okay. It's not going to be another year where nothing happens, man. We are going to smoke the records in this company together as a team. Okay. Now, number 4 on setting goals. Who are you going to work with in 2026? Okay. Who are you going to work with in 2026? If your goal is to make $100,000 a month, you got to go create 10 $10,000 a month earners. Okay. If your goal is to make $10,000 a month, go create 10 $1,000 a month earners. Okay. You got to figure out who are you going to work with in your business. You know who I decide who I'm going to work with in my business? Who's excited? Who's smart? Who's showing up? Who's energetic? Who's kicking ass? Who's taking names? Who's consistent? That's who I like to work with. Guess what? Was I that person when I first got started? No, man. I was boozing in college. I wasn't focused. We're out partying all the time, sleeping in, slacking off, broke, busted, and disgusted. I had to change, right? And it was because of a call like this. I changed my life. I removed all those things and everything went up. Okay. So super important, guys. Who are you going to be working with? Who are you going to be running with? Who are you going to be meeting up with on a weekly basis? It's got to be the runners in your life. It's got to be the people who are focused and dedicated to making this year a truly phenomenal year. Okay. Number 5 on setting goals. Okay. Number 5. Okay. You need a plan of action. Okay. A lot of people write their goals down. They put a date next to it. They're like, I'm so happy and grateful now by December 31st, 2026, that I'm making $10,000 a month. Thank you, God, it's already done. And they have a date next to it. They got their goal and then they have no plan of action. They just keep praying. They're like, it's going to happen. I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting it. I believe in the law of manifestation, but I don't believe in the law of not working. You got to work for it. You got to have a plan of action for it, right? So number 5, plan of action, guys. We already know the simple stuff. We already know the simple stuff, right? All of us know this, right? Wake up, get yourself into gratitude. Write 10 reasons you're grateful. Get yourself in a high, positive, vibrating frequency when you wake up. If the first thing you do is grab your phone when you wake up in the morning, you're going to have a negative day. You need to, before you touch your phone, guys, listen, I'm not the king at this. I'm not the best at this, but I'll tell you what, I wake up in the morning and I give myself knucks. I'm like, dude, it's game time. It's go time. Let's have a great day. I'm talking to myself. I'm telling God, thank you, God, for letting me wake up today. It's go time, right? You got to get yourself into gratitude. Write in your notebook reasons you're grateful. I'm grateful for my bed. I'm grateful for having food and water. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my significant other. It doesn't have to be anything big. You just got to get yourself into the state of gratitude. Okay. The simple stuff, right? Every single morning. All right. We already know what it is that we got to do. The real question is, though, that I want you to think about is this. If we know what we got to be doing already, why aren't we doing it? Okay. If I know what I got to be doing already, why am I not doing it? Right? It's because you got to have a plan of action. Okay. Super, super important. Right. So, for an example, you got to think to yourself, plan of action. Who is my mentor this year? Who is something that was going to be my coach? Who are the group of people I'm going to work with? Who is going to be the guiding lights in 2026 for you? Right? You got to pick those people. Okay. You got to take the best from these people and apply it to your life. Right? I have multiple coaches and mentors. I don't just learn from one person about everything in life and that's it, right? I learn from multiple coaches and mentors, right? So you got to know who these mentors are. You got to know who to be listening to in 2026. Okay, you got to listen to the people that have the results that you want. Okay, when I got started in this business, ladies and gentlemen, and my mentor was telling me, you got to listen to the people that have the results you want. Guess what? My cousins, my family, my close friends, my high school, my college, they were all telling me I was wrong. They were all telling me this wouldn't work. They were all talking smack. And guess what? They're all still in the same spot 7 years later. I'm glad I didn't listen to the people that don't have the results I want, right? Only listen, you don't got to talk smack to them, but only take their advice if they literally have the physical results that you want. If they don't, I'm sorry. If it's your mom, if it's your dad, if it's your cousin, if it's your uncle, if it's your best friends, if they don't have the results you want in life financially, spiritually, mentally, don't listen to them. Okay. You don't have to be crazy though and be like, you're not rich. I'm not listening to you. You don't got to say that. Okay. You don't got to be a ding dong. Right. But I'm saying don't take their advice when you listen to it. Okay. Super important, guys. But what's the plan of action, right? The three P's. Does anybody know what the three P's are? What are the three P's in this business? We all do it every single day. Anybody that earns a residual income in this business and is taking action does these three P's every day. Number one is prospecting. We invite people, we prospect people, we network with people, we get people's contact information, we invite them to in-person events, to Zoom calls. We're prospecting people about what it is that we're doing here, guys. We're changing lives, and you have the ability to change lives too, okay? So number one in the P's is prospecting. Number two is presenting, okay? We present the information. Presenting is very simple. All right. You educate and inform someone on what we do and you collect a decision. Hey, you're educated and informed now about what we do. Are you in or are you out? Are you in or are you out? Very simple, guys. Presentations, okay? For example, if you want to get to a full-time income, you got to be doing 3 to 5 presentations a day. Okay, 3 to 5 presentations a day. If you want to get to a part-time income, guys, 1 to 3 presentations a day. Okay, I wanted to get to the biggest income I could as fast as I could. You know what I was doing, and what we've been doing? 10 presentations a day. Okay, but I'm not saying that's what you got to do. I'm just saying for the people who are psycho enough to win at a fast rate, right? It takes an average of 3 to 5 years for you to get to a full-time income in this business. It took me and Jay 2 years and 1 month to get to $10,000 a month. Okay, and I'm not saying that to brag or boast. I'm telling you, we were doing 10 calls a day because we were psycho about wanting to win. Okay, so super important, guys. And the third P is promoting, okay? Promoting leadership calls on social media, promoting in the Telegram group chats, promoting events and upcoming trips that are happening to your team, to your social media, to your community, right? You got to be a good promoter. The number one earners in this business are the best promoters, okay? I want you to think about this too, all right? So a plan of action. If I went to your Instagram and I started scrolling through your feed, you know what my mentor used to say? I'm either going to see your future or your past. Okay. Are you looking at your future or are you looking at your past when you go on your social media? You know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at my future. I'm looking at goals I have, the lifestyle I want, the mentors I want, the mindset I want. That's what my feed is. What is your feed? Is it a bunch of ding dong reels and memes and brain rot? Listen, man, I'm not saying I don't like a joke, but I'm telling you, whatever you feed the mind, that's what the mind's going to become. Okay, you got to change your algorithm, change the people around you. Okay, and number 6 for goal setting, ladies and gentlemen, is what is in it for you. Okay, we talked about this, right? When you got to ask yourself, when I want, or excuse me, when I accomplish $10,000 a month, what do I want? When I accomplish $5,000 a month, what do I want? Right? You need to know what is in it for you. Okay, it's really, really important, guys. We need to know what's in it for you. What is the end goal for this, right? Yes, you're going to work hard. Yes, you're going to have to stay consistent if you want to win at a high level. But what's the end goal for you? What do you want out of this, right? Some people just want freedom. They don't want to have to report to a boss. They don't want to have to work a job that they absolutely hate. They want to be able to have enough money to buy stuff without looking at the price tag. But guess what? If you want to buy stuff without looking at the price tag, you got to work without looking at the clock. Okay, that's just the reality of it, guys. Okay. And so I just want to cover a couple more things, guys. You got to, and those are the 6 steps, obviously, for goal setting, but you have to stay focused in 2026. Okay. You got to stay focused. The people that have the most success in this industry are the most consistent. They show up every single day, not at 100%, but they show up a little bit no matter what. Okay, that in this group, this call, and people in this company, that is going to determine who makes the most money this year. It's the compound effect. You can go get the book, read about it, guys. You got to show up every day. Rent is due every day in this business. Rent is due every day for your goals and dreams, guys. You got to show up, especially when you don't want to. That's when you have character building moments, okay? But and staying busy in 2026 is important as well. I want you to write this down. Stay busy. Okay. Have you guys ever heard this quote? An idle mind is the devil's playground. Okay. An idle mind is the devil's playground. If you aren't busy in 2026, all of those distractions that we talked about that you got to remove are going to slip back in because you have all this free time. You got to stay busy presenting, prospecting, promoting, hopping on trading calls, using the products and services, coming to company events, coming to your local events, hosting your own events. You got to stay busy in 2026, guys. And the important thing is, right? The devil will get you if you're not busy, right? And I'm not talking about the devil with the red horns. I'm talking about your distractions. Okay. They will get you if you don't stay busy, right? It's really, really important, guys. You got to make certain changes in your life this year. You got to make certain changes in your life this year if you want different results from last year. That's just the reality of it, guys. It's the mentality of whatever it takes, man. My mentor told me, "What are you willing to do?" I'm like, "Whatever it takes," right? Anything, literally, guys. Okay. And I'm going to end it on this, okay? I just want to talk about 4 levels of action going into 2026. Okay. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about. And then I have some important information to share with everyone. All right. 4 levels of action. And I want you to think about as we go through these, which level are you in? Which level of action am I in? Okay. Level number 1, no action. Hopefully you're not in that, right? Hopefully you're not no action, okay? If you're in no action, guess what? It's very easy to get out of level 1. Just start doing stuff. Call your mentor, be like, what can I do to win? Okay, they'll tell you. Trust me. Hit us up. We'll tell you what to do, right? Level 1, no action. Level 2 is retracement slash going backwards. Okay, retracement slash going backwards. Are you retracing? Are you going backwards? Are you playing the blame game? Are you blaming others for the lack of your success? Are you blaming others for your business going backwards? Are you blaming your significant other? Are you blaming, the family time you have to do? Are you blaming your friends, right? You're playing the blame game. You're retracing and going backwards. That's level number 2. Level number 3 is average action. Okay, average action. You're doing just enough to get by. Just enough to get by, just enough to maintain your rank, just enough to keep the level of income that you have, just enough to keep your, team happy. Are you just enough average action? Okay, that's level 3. Level 4, guys, is massive levels of action. Okay, massive levels of action, guys. I'm talking about this is for a season of your life, man. You cut out all distractions for 1, 2, 3 years and you go all in. I'm talking about, you know, building your empire, removing your distractions, showing up to every leadership call, showing up to every trading session you can, coming to every in-person event, showing up to every single, message in the chats, guys. Are you dialed in? Are you focusing your efforts on a daily basis, right? This is massive levels of action. And I'll tell you what, in 2026, whatever you sow, whatever you sow, you're going to see, right? If you're sowing no action every day, you're farming no action. When you seep, you're going to have no results, right? You got to have massive levels of action if you want a beautiful harvest at the end of this year. The people who take action right now in this business, they stay consistent and they show up. You are going to have a beautiful 2026. It's not going to be easy. I'm not here to sugarcoat it, right? It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to work your tail off. But guess what? We're all doing it together as a team. Team is together, everyone achieves more. I've seen more people change their lives inside of this industry than anywhere in the entire world, guys. This is one of the best things in the world because we're all working together. We're getting stronger mentally. We're all positive and we're here to take it to the next level, okay? So what I want to do real quick, ladies and gentlemen, is I just want to quickly share something so you guys all know, right? Obviously, guys, we just had the mentorship call, how to transform your life in 2026, guys. Reread these notes, take action, and change your life is here. Okay, we're here to help. Reach out if you need anything. But at the same time, too, guys, this Saturday, Akashex is having a kickoff event for officially for 2026. Look at all of these locations around the world that are holding an event on Saturday, January 10th, all over the entire world. Right. And, for those of you that are in Minnesota, that's where I am. We have an event here in Minnesota on January 10th as well, guys. It is at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? 12 p.m. downtown Minneapolis. We are having an event, multiple 6 and 7 figure earners that are going to be at this event. So the top traders in Minnesota, guys. And this isn't just a presentation event. This is for all customers that are in the business. This is for all affiliates that are in the business. This is for all prospects that are in the local area. We're doing a trading training, guys. We're breaking down the best products and services in Akashics that you need to be using in 2026 to have success with trading. We're going over a leadership panel. We're having multiple people speak. We're breaking down the opportunity, and we're giving you a blueprint on how to crush it at a high level. It is 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. downtown Minneapolis, guys. The website is tap2trade.biz. Okay. The free coupon code is VIP100. All right. You got free tickets, guys. Get your guest free tickets and come out to this event. All right. And the very last thing I'll say, this event is going to determine your success in 2026. Joey Wilson, right here, guys. He's a multi 7 figure earner. Anybody who can bring 10 guests to this event, you're going to get a private mentorship call with Joey where he's going to lay out the entire blueprint just like he did to me 7 years ago, guys. I was so grateful when I got his mentorship, but you know why I got it? Because I got on his radar. I showed up. I brought people to the events. I was consistent and he poured into me and he changed my entire life, guys. And for those of you that don't know, on March 16th to March 21st, this is what we're all getting ready for. Guys, we have one of the biggest cruise ships in the entire world that the whole entire Akasha's company is going on. The whole entire Akasha's company is going on this, guys. This is 5 nights on a Royal Caribbean cruise. It's called Freedom of the Seas. Look it up if you want to see what it looks like. It is crazy. We're going to the Bahamas. We're going to Cozumel, man. It is going to be so beautiful. They're renting out private venues inside of the cruise ship to hold leadership trainings. All the educators are going to be on the cruise as well. Guys, when I was in Dubai and we were on a yacht, about 75 feet long on the last leadership trip, I remember the tap the trade educators were on the yacht calling out tap the trades. We're all accepting the tap the trades and we all were winning on the yacht. People are jumping, screaming, dancing. It's one of the coolest things in the world, guys. So you do not want to miss this. You're going to be surrounded by all the best educators in the company, all the top earners, top leadership. The CEO himself is going to be on it. But here's the cool thing. Yes, you can pay to come on this cruise, guys. You can pay to come on it. And if it comes down to it, I would 100% do that if I were you. Do not miss this cruise, right? But from December 1st to February 28th, right? So you already have a month into this. All of your personal enrollment volume gets you discounts on this cruise, right? If you have 2,500 personal enrollment volume, that's 15% off of the entire cruise cost, guys, right? All 5 nights. 25% off is 5,000 personal enrollment volume. 10,000 personal enrollment volume is 50% off, and 15,000 personal enrollment volume, guys, is a free vacation, free cruise. Everything's included, guys. Luxury dinners, all the food's unlimited, all the drinks are unlimited, which is super cool. Now, if you are a ranked leader, you can hold diamond for 4 weeks if you hit it. Hold diamond for 4 weeks, guys. Free cruise. Or if you're an existing diamond, you got to hold it for 8 consecutive weeks, okay? But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope and I pray that you take this year as serious as you ever have in your entire life. I promise you, if you stay consistent, and you keep showing up every single day, you'll have the best year of your entire life. You'll make the most money you've ever made. You'll meet the best people you've ever met in your entire life. And everything about you will completely level up. But it's up to you to do that for yourself. Okay, guys? So with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your night. Reach out if you need help. This Saturday, Minnesota, all around the world, 12 p.m. I'll see you there. All right? Peace.